I've got me thinking there. I'm going to have to look down it.
Oh.
Morn or moon? Moon. Mooning.
Moaning.
Do a Moaning Myrtle. Wait, can we do it? Oh yeah.
There used to
Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter.
There used to be
Moaning
a
Myrtle
TV
and
program called
What?
Hello Hello.
Moaning Turtles.
Hello Hello, right? There's a TV program called Hello Hello, and there was a couple on there who was British but pretending to be French.
No.
And he used to go,
We're
good
Moaning
morning.
Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle. No, Moaning Turtles. Moaning Turtles.
Right, boys, listening. Ready, boys? Right. We want to run these workshops as you get older. Certainly, it's something that I try to do quite often, and it's something that I've learned a lot from. And I know that Shay does quite a lot in his work. And so we thought we'd try and blend a lot of things together, because it's not just on the pitch, it's off the pitch. And if we understand more than the other teams, it means that we'll understand the game better than them. It means that we'll be more prepared than them. And it means that we have that closeness to understand. It also develops a lot of our skills, the way we interpret information, the way we understand it, Kason, the way we're listening, the way we communicate, the way we lead, the way we problem solve, all together here, away from the football pitch. And that's one of the big things I want to focus on, is how much can we do off the pitch as well as on the pitch, okay? So I don't just want to be a team that focuses, just you turn up to training, play our game, we finish. For me, it's a much bigger picture, and I want to offer you a lot more than your typical, Sunday league team, okay? So this is the first of the workshop, so I'm going to do a couple of little things, all right? And then Shay's going to deliver something completely different, but it does link in with it. So we've got two different PowerPoints. You're not going to sit here listening to me labouring on. So we're going to get started off with the first slide, and that's just, we're going to have a bit of a problem solve. So boys, come here.
Yeah.
So we're not just going to be sitting down. Right. Leave the phone on the table. No one's going to nick it.
That's what I was thinking.
Right, come here. Right, in this space, right? Right, make a little circle. So all face each other, make a circle. Right, doesn't have to be massive, just as long as you're in a circle shape. Right, there we go. Right, hold hands. Hold hands. Hold hands. Hold hands. That's what teammates is. Hold hands. Take hold hands with me. Take hold hands.
Just swing around the
Right,
Moses.
hold hands with him. Hold hands. Hold hands. Hold hands. Right, Jack turn round. Jack turn round. Right, Kason turn round.
Oh, why me?
Right, you stand in the middle. Link hands with Tyron. So swap hands. Cash, you swap hands. You hold Taylor's hand. Right there. Right, you got hand free, Tyler. There's your hand. And you got another hand free, didn't you? Who else has got a free hand? So Jack, there's your hand. Hold hands. Right, listen. You got a free hand.
Someone head.
You got a free hand, so I'll give you. Who's got a free hand?
No one.
I just linked you up with Aaron. There you go, you've got hands. Right. Now, this is just a very quick problem solving, okay? So that circle we started off with, we're going to recreate. You can't let go. You can't let go. Okay? And you can't, break the chain. You've got a chain, and you just got to get back in that circle and problem solve.
It's possible.
Okay, there we go then. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Off you go. Go.
We need to speak first.
Okay, so you go back a little. Right, you go back a little.
If someone opens their
Go
mouth,
down.
No, you can't have your circle the way he was, the way your arms out. That's not a circle. No, you don't have to let go. You can move.
move your own
Move,
way.
move,
This is
move.
hard.
Aaron, move.
Alright, nice. Let me go under. Alright.
Then, now, go in the car.
I have to go into the car.
Someone's going to die in a minute.
You're doing good.
Yeah, you're just
Doing
doing
really
circle.
well.
Listen a bit. Now look, you're almost there.
You're almost there, you're almost there.
Oh, you broke it there.
No!
No, he's got it, he's still got it.
Oh, okay, good. But wait, Taylor. Wait,
They're both fine.
There you go.
It's just coming down.
Oh, that's done, isn't it? No, repeat.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
That's a
Hold
good.
on,
Let's
hold
try.
on,
Push
hold on.
out. Yes, that's a good here now.
Okay, so even if Carson was on the inside there, you had him linked. So as long as you've got something to give you a link that makes a circle, now you've got a break here. As long as you've got a circle and someone's on the inside, you can work that out. So make a circle because you've got a link. You're not going to complete a circle until Jack's in. So Jacob, you went off and done your own thing there. You still got that break look. So even though you've gone there, you've still broken.
Oh, what if What? Aaron goes by there. Aaron can go by there.
Okay, right, stop.
This is break container.
Perfect example, you were all holding hands, you was one group. Now you've got two different groups.
Someone hold my elbow with the
So
nostril.
you broke that circle, yeah?
Can I stick my elbow with the
Okay.
nostril? Go back to where it was.
So that's fine. So, alright, even though we didn't get one circle, which I wanted, do we have two little circles?
Yes.
So I'll give you it. Have we got two little circles?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
This is more.
Don't do it.
So it still works.
Circle shape, right?
Don't flip into one.
Well done, boys. Well
Winners.
done. That was really
Yay.
good.
I believe easy claps.
So, boys, just one thing I will say about that whole thing. At the very beginning of that,
Can I say
you
one
very nearly did something that was brilliant. And actually, Kaysen, it was you that said it. Can you remember what Kaysen said?
No.
Kaysen said, everyone listened to Kyron.
Why?
Now, what he did there was, it might not have been Kyron. It could have been Jacob. It could have been. What Kaysen decided to do was, he went, right, hang on. If we're all talking, we ain't solving nothing. Kaysen actually said, everyone listened to Kyron. And he made you all stop, and then Kyron went, right, okay. And they started moving around. That was really good. Well done. Go on, Taylor.
Can I say one thing about it?
Go on.
It was damn weird.
Excellent.
Yeah.
My hand just
Okay, these are just very quick warm-ups, okay? So, problem solving again, but we're going to use alternative communication. So, does anyone understand what I mean by alternative communication? Hand signals.
Really
So,
good.
what am I doing now? What am I doing now?
Me too.
What am I doing?
Using my hand as a
What am I doing?
Talking.
Talking. Straight off. Now, if I lost my ability to talk, so I can't give you any instruction verbally anymore, what alternatives do I have, Case? Sign language. So what, moving my hand, trying to give that body language, yeah? So now we're going to do something very, very quick because, you know, we're quite, you know, skilled. We are going to make a line from here to here. Youngest near Shay, oldest near me, and you can't talk, okay?
One quick question. How come like Hugo, Benji, and
Hugo's away, Benji, I don't know why.
Might be a bit late, but don't worry.
No, Benji's not coming, so.
No,
So-
Benji, because Benji's never late.
Ready?
Yeah.
Youngest, oldest, no talking.
No talking.
No talking.
No talking.
No talking.
And is talking. No noises.
And we're going to go through it. Dan's going to check you in a minute, mind. Don't tell me, tell them.
Okay, never work. Right. How many months in a year?
12.
Use your fingers, so that would be one.
That's 3.
Okay.
I don't know mine.
Come here. Organise them. Come here and organise them. No, so boys, put your fingers up what month your birthday is.
I don't even know what month is mine. Well, I know what month.
What month is it?
April.
April.
I'm going to give 10 seconds.
Hi! Good, you know!
We need to organise it. So we know Tyler.
Leave the lights on. And if you don't want to. Okay, good. Alright, so Dan's going to go through it. Alright, and then if there's a break in there, then we're going to go from there. Dan?
So Tyler's 9, 8. Jacob, what was you?
10 July 20.
So who's 9?
No.
Anyone 9?
No.
What day's your birthday? What
July
day's your-
28th.
July?
You've just turned
March
10, haven't you?
31st.
So you should be before Jacob? When
No,
you-
you should be down
no,
there.
youngest.
That's the youngest down here.
So that's Jacob and Tyler, right?
Oh, okay,
yeah.
sorry, yeah.
So,
So what was your birthday?
March 31st.
Oh, yes, April. And yours?
July 1st.
you're right.
No,
Aaron, you're right. You're right. Taylor, when's your birthday?
What month?
April 7th, so you should be next to Casey.
So you're month 4.
Think
Wait,
about it.
shouldn't Aaron be right here? 'Cause he's younger than Jack.
January,
January.
so you should be.
You're March.
No, we
Here.
got it now.
He should be there. I should be here because I'm one of the old.
No, we got it. That's like it's crossed out. Yes, I got you. Aaron, you should be down here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, go. Youngest.
Yeah.
Youngest. Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm over
10.
So you're the oldest.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born in July 20th.
You're the oldest.
Youngest.
Oldest.
I'm the
Tyler's
oldest.
youngest. Who else is 10?
Byron's
All
born a
10.
year
All
before
10,
me.
10 now.
I was born in 2011.
I'm the oldest.
Right, 2011. Okay, right,
That's
now we're
the
getting
average.
somewhere.
Tyler? So that's, yeah, so that'd be
20.
July. And then the months come backwards, then.
Yeah.
So you have July, and you should have, what are your January, yeah?
January.
Kai, you're the oldest. I know you're the
He's
oldest.
October. He's October 7th.
No, 5th. Oh no, yeah, 5th.
So these two here, these two
Due by Tyler.
should be this side of Jack. Jack should be next to Carson.
Get going.
And Tate.
Yeah, because you're April, March, January, and then he's like older than all of us.
Yeah. I'm taller than all of
Do you know what? Boys, that was rock hard. I couldn't work out.
Done well.
Oh, can we do a height one now?
Oh my god, you're just gonna judge me on my height, but.
Okay,
so you're
so
a midget.
very quickly we're going to do the next quick warm up because I'm very conscious of time. So all I'm going to do is just literally make a line, 1, 2, 3, and have a partner opposite you, okay?
Oh.
Just make sure you've got 2 like clear lines so I can walk through the middle of
Okay,
you.
throw.
So you come
There we
here,
go.
Ty, you can come here, mate. Right, this is very, very quickly, okay? So we're going to run down the line, okay? And you're just going to say a football word. So you could say football, you could say tackle. No names, no clubs, okay? So you could say tackle, you could say skills, yeah? Okay? And then the first player not to answer anything is out, or the first player to repeat something is out, okay? So just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then back round, okay? So we start off Kyron, okay? Ready? Dribbling. So
You've got to say a word associated with dribbling.
You might say goalkeeping. Say goal, okay? Skills. Yellow card.
Red card.
Red card. Assist. Pass. Shoot. Back to you quick.
Soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
We all know that isn't football.
Soccer ball. Quick. I'll count here. It's a ball. Ball. Quick.
Say a word.
Ball.
Ball. Okay, you went soccer ball, you went ball. Defender. Offside.
Wait.
5.
Side tackle.
Slide tackle. Catch.
Goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper. Corner.
Wingers.
Wingers.
Centre mid.
Second mid.
Striker.
Striker. Defence.
Left side.
Oh, no. Left mid.
Centre back.
Centre back.
Right back.
Right back.
Junior.
5.
Right back.
4.
No, I said
Okay, you're out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll stay there now.
No, I said right
Okay,
back.
sit down.
Jackson
Okay,
said
ready,
that.
quick. Left back.
I'm fed up with this.
5, 4, 3, 2. Could be any way to put a
We'll
line.
be starting, okay?
2, no, still going. Shoot.
No, she's fine.
You said shoot.
No, I said shoot.
Off, Tyler said shoot. Pass, you're out. Unlucky.
No, she's
Don't
fine.
worry. Left back, we said, yeah. Quick, left centre back.
Referee.
Ref.
Just
Cam.
on purpose.
Could be anything with football line. No names, no clubs. 5, 4. Pardon? Goalkeeping gloves. Sit down.
So there's 400 quid later.
5, 4.
Corner flag.
Corner flag, that's fine. Manager.
On the edge, you've got
5.
break
Yeah.
down.
Right side.
So I joined Harry City. the ones
Centre
that
forward, back to you. Quick, now we're going quicker. Kick.
Straight away.
5, 4, 3. He's out. He's given up. Cam, we've got that. You're out. Okay, you're down to 4. Right, ready? Physio. Sit down.
That's
What
it.
is this? Man said
Pardon?
physio.
Face, okay? Shorts.
Stop start and stuff like that.
Football
Socks.
Kick
radar, okay?
Halfwoods online.
Shirt.
Weak foot.
Halfwoods.
Weak
It's
foot.
really quick cheap and halfwoods.
5.
Yeah,
Okay, boots.
it's like-
Badge.
And because of the stop start
5,
and all that stuff,
4,
you have to
3. Boots, add that one. Off. Okay, down to the final 3. Ready? So we're going to go back UK. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh.
1. You're out.
Ginger hair.
You're out. Okay, down YouTube. Down YouTube. Ready? Go. Weak foot. Oh, we've had that one.
So,
You win.
how did I win?
Stay stronger. One more.
Yeah, weak foot, and we had strong foot. So I remember Tyler's wearing strong foot.
And I
Okay, right, sit down.
Fed up. No, keep my seat, keep my seat.
Okay, that's your way to get us communicating and quick thinking, yeah? If we can quick think, then we're perfectly good at decision making in the game, aren't we, yeah? Okay.
Sorry, Dad, Luke, why not?
That's what I mean. Right, listen in. Pick yourselves a partner. So you two, you two, you two, you two. Perfect. Now, in a minute, you're going to find yourselves a table, and then myself down a chair walk round. I'm going to give you a sheet of paper, and you're going to split it into 4. You don't have to write the question unless you want to, but you're going to fill in each of the boxes 2, 3 ideas. You can bullet point them, okay? If the spelling is wrong, it doesn't matter, okay? So, how can we support one another? Yeah? What makes a good leader? How can we create a positive environment, Casey? And let's just traits is good things that a footballer would have. So, turning up on time, focused, hard-working, attentive, yeah?
What's that? What's there?
Yeah, but in fairness, that's not his fault, that's mine.
Cage Jack.
So,
Stand corner.
you can have a bit of paper, 2, 3 ideas, and then what I'll do, I'll rotate the paper, alright?
Casey, you fall over.
We get the D's.
Casey, you fall over.
That's what you
Yeah,
think.
you fell over. You dropped my phone. I dropped my phone. You're over there. If you fall, you're disabled. That is all. Nah, they got a flipping sofa. That ain't fair. You do what? So do we. Okay.
You can be green, boys, alright?
Hey.
Okay. So,
There you go.
Thank you.
Luke. 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
Scuffed up Power Ranger.
You have this one. Okay, put your names on the top, yeah? Put your names on the top.
Okay. So,
Just so I know who's
see your names there. And then, right, top there. Which box is which boxes? Yeah.
Okay, so now, do you understand what you're doing, boys, yeah? Split
What's your name there?
like that.
Each corner. Right.
Yeah, so 4.
So sit there. Each corner. Right there. So, have each one show.
You're welcome.
Have
4 questions are
So write each box.
smelling. Your 4 questions are, your first question is how can we support each other? Just ideas on how you think you can support each other. Encouragement. Do that one and I'll come back with the other 2 questions.
So write on here. How can we support each other?
Okay, got it? Yeah? So this top one you got these that how you can support each other, yeah? Don't worry about spelling, it don't matter. Don't worry about that, it don't matter. It's not a spelling competition, kiddo, or a handwriting competition, you're all good.
You're welcome.
Alright?
F-E-E-L.
Yeah. What you say now?
Then W-E-L.
You can explain that in a minute. Come on, Jacob, thinking, because we're just sat at the back there.
So if you want to make a pitch not really good,
Okay.
how would you make Jack
Well,
better?
Oh.
No, you wouldn't shade. If you shade it, I wouldn't want it, would it?
What makes a good leader? Inclusive.
How give a bit of positive environment, like, yeah?
Good, yeah. What other ways could you encourage or support?
How do you create a positive
How
environment?
could you support Casey? Think about it.
Right.
Okay? Helping, yeah? Because you're the one what makes a good leader, yeah?
Words of advice.
We don't need to write it.
So this box over here is what makes a good leader.
Environment.
Okay?
Oh, what makes a good leader? We can just, on the what makes a good leader, we could put being inclusive.
You boys okay with that, yeah? Yeah, on the second one, yeah? Which one are you doing there? What makes a good leader? Yeah. Think about some of the best captains you've ever worked. So think of sometimes think about teachers. What makes a teacher really good? So think about the teacher you really like. What makes that teacher really good?
Not very strict.
Sometimes you need to be a little bit stricter, don't you? Not always. You've got to be able to balance, see?
Really funny.
Funny, yeah, light-hearted, jovial. Just think about think about maybe your mum and dad. So So when your mum and dad lead you, what's the good things that you're going to teach you think? Just what I think.
Being inclusive,
And then this box here, what makes a good leader?
create a positive environment.
Yeah, what's
After-
the bottom?
Anyway, how we can create a
After someone
positive
scored
environment.
against
Yeah?
us,
Okay.
they'll drop your heads. Yeah. Yeah, do you want to
Talk to him like that.
Anything else?
write it?
What are you doing there?
See if he's around.
Which one are you doing there? So this one here? Yeah. Before you put that there though, think about how you can create a positive environment. Would that be down there or would that be up here?
I'll be up here.
Put it up here, that's fine. I think you're right, I think it goes there.
Okay.
What do you think with the focus?
Yep.
Over here is what makes a good leader. If you think you're okay with that, Mike, don't worry about it. You might finish it.
When you have your leg over the
No,
bottom,
no, no,
And
no.
it's the stuff that one should have.
Don't rush it through, just think about it.
case in
Think
this
about what makes a good leader for that.
Let's go 1 more minute. And then I'll
That
Yeah, the case in
That calm.
Teachers, make it feel really good. What makes them really good? What makes them
We'll do quite a few on this one.
and then this box here then, is the last one. This is good tricks.
CO and then UN.
Shut up, Stephen.
So if we look at Messi, what's Messi got here? Yes. What else?
So what's this one here? This is what makes a good leader. If I keep going, you've got like a minute to do the other two boxes.
Something else.
Which one's this?
Environment.
Inspire.
Happy environment.
SUPP.
Happy.
Give me good feedback. Give me feedback. Good feedback.
Where?
And that one there. How do you create a positive environment?
Feedback.
Give good feedback, yeah.
Good positive feedback.
Positive feedback, yeah.
Give positive feedback.
I'm not doing the right thing, do best there.
That's fine, mate. No, no, it's all good.
What else makes a good football? What other things should you do?
Okay, what makes a good leader then?
Personality, yeah. Better. Like that. Listening, kids?
Okay.
Keep going, and then you've got, in the bottom corner, you've got what this one here is what makes good trainer.
Yeah, positive feedback.
Look at the bottom.
Yeah.
So they're the
Would
top,
that be
you know,
F?
5. Yeah, so
Double E.
they're the
D.
top 5 values.
D.
Top 5 values.
And back.
Okay.
Okay, 1 more minute.
What makes a good leader?
B, seriously.
What makes a good leader?
Be inclusive. Not shouting.
Somebody talks,
Some of them overlap.
offers advice, helps people.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's fine, don't get spelling, it's fine.
30 seconds.
Don't worry. Come on, let's get some more down. What makes a good leader?
Can you
What makes a good leader?
create? You could be creative.
Something positive, something helps.
Don't shout at people.
Write it down, write it down, write it down.
Writing helps.
You write it.
Okay, now we've done that bit, that's a bit more of another task a little bit later on. But now, what I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you 3 minutes, so until 5:40 on my watch, 3 minutes to focus on one box each. So, Tyler and Aaron, you're going to focus on how can we support each other. So that box is going to be as many ideas as you can in that box. Lads, leader, okay, so you've as many ideas now in that one. Obviously, you're going to have positive environment, so many ideas in that one. And you're going to have the last one, which is good traits of a footballer. So you can have 3 minutes to get as many ideas into your own focus boxes now as possible, okay?
So you're just focusing on
Be helpful. Yeah.
this one here. So any more thoughts on how you can create a positive environment? What makes a really
So how would you like to be supported? So how would you like Tyler to support you?
Oh, I can't.
Okay, think
I'm
on
in
the
year
pitch.
one,
Think on the
that's
pitch.
not work.
You're playing in defence. How would you like Tyler to talk to you? Support you?
Calmly and not
Yeah.
like
Offer you advice. Maybe show you.
give advice. Give good advice.
Yeah.
After that, and don't get angry when you do something wrong. Yeah.
Okay, minute to go. Minute to go. All your great ideas are going to be first on camera now. "30 seconds.
Do we get to keep this paper after?
If you'd like to keep it.
Strip it. Yeah, we'll.
I'll take a picture of each of them, and then once you look in a couple of years' time, you can reflect then. 15 seconds for any final thoughts. Once you ask them, it's not, it's not like an exam. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax.
Well done, boys.
Okay, so we filled all the general boxes in, and then I went over to each of you, Castle and Jacob, for you to focus on each of your own, okay? So in a moment, if you're not having any ideas today, that isn't on someone else's, you're going to add to it. But what I'm going to do, each of your groups are going to stand up now, and you're going to explain your box to each of the, all of the group, okay? So Aaron, Tyler, do you want to stand up, lads? The what? Yeah, so the box you focus on, okay?
Listen,
So boys, this is really perfect time, hold on. Really perfect time now, Case, to make sure we're listening to the lads, and make sure we're respecting each of the lads and what they're saying, okay? Ty,
Make people feel welcome because
And what box you got, Ty?
we've got how can we support you?
So they're focusing on how we can support each other, okay?
Make people feel welcome. Be helpful. Give good advice. Don't be angry when we do something wrong. Be positive.
How's that minute time? Okay, so some really good ideas. Case, and what's the first one?
I forgot.
You weren't listening. I was watching you. Shuffling the paper. Yeah? So, make people feel welcome. That's one thing that we've been, with the under-10s, one of the big things they've said is how we've made them feel welcome already. So that's really standing out in what we epitomise in terms of the wolf pack, okay? So that's really important to us. Being helpful. So, if we have someone who's new, like Aaron, who was new the other week, and he's like, oh, I need to go over there, and he might not have understood, then, Tyler might have gone, you just over there, mate. And one thing that Shay did with Aaron on Saturday was you started telling the under-10s what to do, didn't you?
Yeah.
So that which I was watching, and that was a really good thing. He was being helpful. Good advice, you want to give the right advice, instead of saying let's do this, say we can do this, yeah? Good advice. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. Yeah? And that's exactly what it is, because training is the place to get it wrong, Carson. Yeah? Because you beat yourself up more than anything, because you've done it over there a minute ago. Don't get angry. Brush it off, we go again, yeah? Training is all about that. Yeah? And be positive. Let's be positive as possible. Yeah? Because you're going to enjoy football more. Oh, we got hammered 9-0 today. Be positive, we'll come back and we'll win 9-0 next week, yeah? Okay? You never know. Okay, so that's good. Thank you, boys.
They're really good. Give them a clap, boys.
Castle and Jacob, come here.
Case, Jack.
Okay, so what box do you two have?
What makes a good leader?
So if you want to stand by the steps, just make sure these two can see you. Okay, what makes a good leader? So this is a really nice box to have, okay? Because even though we've got captain, vice captain, player, coach, you know, we're all individual leaders when we need to be, Kason. Okay? Right?
One that comforts each other, one that communicates, one that helps everyone, one that self-belief, commitment, leadership, hard work and companionship.
Good. Okay, so can't be quite through the words off the bottom, but that's exactly what the values are, yeah? We need to have companionship. So if Cason's having a breakdown, then we just put our arm around him and say, look, Case, come on, we're a team. Yeah? If we need to believe in ourselves, when we beat each other up,
We all have breakdowns, mate, don't worry.
when we need that self-belief, Tyler, because you beat yourself up, we need to have that self-belief, yeah? Oh, if we come into hard work, who capitalises hard work? Carson, you don't stop running, yeah? That's an example of each individual trait that we all have. And it all comes together as one because we're all leaders on that pitch. Whether Tyler's at the back screaming at the defenders, whether Jack's trying to play a through ball, he's leading the attack, Tyler's leading the defence, Kyron's leading the team, Taylor's in goals, telling everyone what to do. Yeah, that's leadership of their own, okay? Thank you. Okay,
Really good boys, really good.
Okay.
Right, Dad,
Kyron?
your writing's terrible, so you are going to have to read this. No, not all of it, it's just the
Compared to some of them, like mine.
I'm the one that shouts at people.
It's the
Well, you're
last.
both goalkeepers in
But I lose my
here.
voice at one point. Right, get off.
Come slightly this way.
Paul, we mean, when we say, Jacob, when we say we mean the goalkeepers union, which means the two of us.
Okay, son.
Yeah.
So, just
You
before we
can
start,
start
what box do we have?
We have, how can we create a positive
Positive
environment?
environment cases, so listening for this one.
Here you go. Right, it's terrible. I can't read that.
Right, ready, Kai? Can you read it? Down here, isn't it?
Jason, listening.
Listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them, yeah.
Helping others and supporting them, positive encouragement, fun. What is that one?
Listening
Listening to others when.
to each other.
Okay.
It's my hand, what is, sorry. Listen to each other. It's your bloody idea.
Yeah, so create a safe space and whatever that one is.
Upbeat atmosphere. That was your idea as well.
Yeah, I know, but you wrote it so I can't.
Upbeat atmosphere.
So, safe space is one of the big ones. And what do we mean by safe space, Kyron?
Where you can talk about anything really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the one thing, you know, you come in, and if you've had a bad week, you know, you go to different schools, most of us, then you go, oh, Ty, how's your week been? And you have a catch up with him. Or if you want to like break down in training, you break down because we are there to support each other. That's the place to get things wrong, Casey. Yeah? Safe environment is where it happens. That's where the tears are. On the football pitch, we might be a bit different. We might hide that side of ourselves. But when we're together, if that's what we need to do, we do it together. Yeah? Yeah? We learn together.
And the other thing is training, like Lucas said, training isn't about winning. Training isn't about being the best on that particular moment. Training is about what?
Having fun?
Having fun.
Making
Helping
mistakes,
each
making
other.
mistakes and learning
We're
from them.
making mistakes and learning from them. And it's a safe space to do that. Right? Yeah? It's really important. Well done, boys. It was really
Okay,
good.
give them the clap. Jason and Jack, bring up.
Here they come, the lovely lads. Here they come. I'm sure I've seen you playing Star Wars.
Come on here then.
My little Ewoks. Here they are. Come on, Case, you got
Let's
this.
just run through your ideas. So they're going to do the good tricks of a footballer.
Get in there on time,
Yeah, look at that one.
eating your food,
Yeah.
keep fit, practicing hard every day, positive attitude.
So there's some really good
Really
ideas,
good.
Casey.
Really good, Case.
There's also one that you don't do.
Yeah. So there's
Yeah,
just
boys,
wait. So there's just a few ideas, okay? You know, just because we say keep healthy and you know eat the right foods today doesn't mean we've got to be on a diet plan. It just means be aware of maybe I've had too much of that this week, I might not. And that's just and that's just for your overall health and well-being. Aside from football, and we say performance, yeah, winning, you know, which we do because that's part of what football is. There's no point playing unless we're going to win, you know, or losing or drawing. There are results in football.
Okay.
It's a result game. You get a result regardless of how much we're told it's not. Yeah? But just being aware of like your health and well-being, aside from it, if there was no games, we just brought training, is for you to have good health. Yeah? And that's what we want for all of you. You to be happy, to be healthy, to enjoy it. Even if, you know, 5 years time you go football, not interested, but I like the dinner and see the boys at training. that's a good thing because you'd still get your health by being socially, yeah?
None of you are going to do that though.
No.
Besides an 80-year contract.
80. Well, I mean, that's gone longer than it was before.
As long as you get to the youth stage of under 18s,
Where are
and there, you know, seniors is a different ball game.
There's some really good points in there, wasn't there? Yeah? Give them a clap then, boys. Give them a clap. Well done, boys.
So, boys, just before we move on, okay, is there any additional ideas that some of us may have had in other boxes? Which
Go on,
are
Jacob.
really good?
Go on, Jacob.
Jacob.
Before you hand it,
So, we've all done a box each, so if you've got any other ideas which maybe
In
the
the
other
good
coach can
traits
have.
a footballer should have is commitment.
Commitment. Yeah, we didn't know that one. Go on, Tyler, over go.
What makes a good leader? Being inclusive.
Being,
Inclusive.
I love that one. Being inclusive. Do you know what being inclusive means? Do we know what that means?
Like,
Right, Tyler's right. Tyler's right to explain what being inclusive means.
Is it like where like you're playing, say you're playing football, and then you see someone sitting on the side like balls, you can like say ask them if they want to play or something.
Absolutely.
Is it like that?
So what we do with the 10s is we're inclusive. So we encourage them to come and play with us, right? I like that one. That's really good stuff. Any more over there, boys? Go on, Kai.
Good attitude.
Good attitude, yeah.
On what?
On all, is that one for just one section, or does that cover all four?
Probably all four.
Think about all 4 points. Do you think a good attitude covers all 4 points, or do you think it just sits in one?
Communication, leadership, good person, team player, and good attitude.
But does a good attitude sit in all 4 sections, or is
Yeah.
it just for one?
Yep, it does.
Absolutely, all 4.
at 3.
Well, okay. Explain, Jacob. Why only 3? Which one don't you think it sits in?
Listed winner.
List. So a good attitude. So how can we support each other with a good attitude? How can we make what makes a good leader? A good attitude. How can we create a positive environment with a good positive attitude? List good traits a footballer should have. They should definitely have a good attitude. Yeah. Go on, Ty.
How can we make a positive environment?
Go on.
Positive feedback.
Positive feedback. I like that too. Go on, Jack.
In what makes a good leader?
Yeah.
Well, I think it fits everyone. Don't give up.
Don't give up. Love that too.
Never.
Go on, here. Last one. Then we're gonna move on.
How can we create a positive environment not dropping our heads?
Not dropping our heads, right. So, Aaron, that's a really good point. Wednesday, we played some proper footballers, right? What did we do about 10 minutes into the first game?
Dropped our heads.
We did, didn't we? And what happened?
We got hammered.
We got hammered. Well, potentially we could get hammered anyway. But,
It made it
when
worse.
we picked our heads up,
We started scoring.
so you think that game against Canton, where all of a sudden our heads went up, right?
The last game, wasn't it?
The last game against the best team there, our edge had gone up. Right, all of a sudden, you know, we really gave them a good game. Canton, that was a great game because we nearly won that, and actually,
We should
and there
have.
was the other team in red where our edge went up, and we properly gave them a good game as well.
We should have won that Canton game.
We should
The
have.
one way they got the ball and scored was by fouling Kai.
Well, we can't talk about that. But anyway, I love that. Sorry, let me take
That's
this.
fine, but that's a good example of if we don't drop our heads and have that positive attitude, maybe some of the results would have changed on that day, yeah? And that's why we, from the moment, you know, we dropped, everything started going downhill, and then there was a couple of ups, but overall we were mostly down. So sometimes having that up attitude case will make a difference in our performance. Shane?
And the biggest thing, we're not used to losing, are we?
We're not, exactly, we're not used to losing. So when we, I'm not sure I'll give it a minute. Yeah, but exactly, you're right. Because we're not used to losing, right, what happens when we lose? We don't like it, do we?
No.
So how do we not lose?
We eat winning.
We eat them. No, we don't do it. What last one, it's like is,
Do you remember when we were under 10s and when we went against Clean then we celebrated like we shouldn't have done that because like we made them like drop their heads and like felt bad about themselves and all.
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because you're right, the way we celebrated was probably a bit over the top.
That's why when I scored.
However, you're allowed to celebrate,
Yeah.
right?
Not too much.
But there is a line which we've got to cover, right?
Yeah, don't be like
The point you made is really good because I think that when we were a little bit over the top of that thing, but we are allowed to celebrate.
It was the Spanish Italy when they won the Euros.
We like Italy.
They were like the one
Go on,
they
Luca.
played short shot there.
Okay, so
Okay,
boys,
let's go.
so again, really good point from Tyler. I'm talking. Really good point from Tyler was that game, there was one thing that I thought of, which will come up later, which I thought of that scenario. So just very quickly, these are some of the points I had. So how can we support each other? Understanding the needs of each player. So understanding when Cason's going to have a meltdown. We understand it, we accept it, it's part of our group. Understanding one another, yeah? Be considerate. So if you're having an off day or you've had a bad week, we consider that. Yeah? Sometimes Taylor might come to training and his head's already down. We consider that, we go, do you know what, he might not do the warm-up, or if he comes in the main part of training, we can deal with it. Yeah? Ask each other how we're doing. That's the one big thing I want to do in warm-up. When you're in warm-up, one thing that I always used to do with 15s county was they would talk to each other and I'd leave them to do the warm-up. I wouldn't even do anything with the warm-up. And that's why when you start doing, ask each other how your week has gone, yeah? Start taking your own initiative for that. Stand by each other, which is something that we do really well. Yeah? We stand by side. If something happens, we're together with each other. And we work together to problem solve, okay?
Luca,
Yeah?
can I get a drink? Please.
Yeah. Okay, positive environment. Okay, positive language only. We can, we should. How about this, yeah? You know, I can is a positive because I can do this. Okay, positive, self-belief, good body language. I don't need to turn up the training going, oh, training today. And the one good thing is we're starting to pass. We start to come in, we're kicking the ball. That's positive because it means you want to be there. Yeah, that's one of the big things for me. No anger. This is probably the best one for Jason, he's gone. Okay, and no shutting off. I don't want us to walk off training. I want us to go, do you know what? I hated that one, but I can do this one. Yeah, or I'm going to learn from that one. Support each other in your team no matter what. Like, Kai, come on mate, we can do this one. Right, it's not your strongest point, but we can do this one. Yeah? Yeah, Jacob?
Yeah.
Sometimes as a goalkeeper, the goalkeepers might not do as much outfield work, but when we do the outfield session, we might play with outfielders. It's not like going, I'm a keeper. It's going, do you know what, I'm a player, and this is a draw for me. Yeah? And work together to problem solve. But some of the good traits, I know Carson and Jacob were like running, tackling, passing. They went really technical. Okay? Positive, compassionate, supportive, confident, committed, hardworking, focused, driven, adaptable, willing to understand. I'm over here. Okay?
Don't say you too.
Willing to understand, because it's not like Jack not going, oh, do you know what, I don't get that one, so I don't want to know it. It's like, can I understand that one better to do better in that drill next time, yeah? And if we understand the drill, sometimes we'll get it. So sometimes Shay doesn't understand the drill, and then when we walk through it, you might go, do you know what, I got that one now. Not all the time, mind. Okay, and being a good listener is massive. Cason, Jacob Edwards. Yeah? Very good communicators, terrible listeners.
So can I just stop you on listening as well? Just something that I learned very recently. There's 2 ways to listen.
Yes, sir.
There's 2 ways to listen. 99% of human beings listen to respond. What I mean by that is, when I'm talking, if I'm talking to you one-to-one, by the time I get about 3/4 away what I'm saying, you've already stopped listening because now you're in your brain for trying to think about how you're going to answer. Right? The best and most effective way to listen is what 1% of the population does, and that's they listen to understand. And what they do is they wait until I've finished, then they pause, and they bring their response. Because then what they've done is listen to the whole sentence. When Luke was talking, you listen to the whole thing, then you take it on board, and then you understand it because you've listened to understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Trust me, it's hard.
And that's a perfect example of what you've just done. Okay? Because Cason, sometimes I'm explaining and you and Cason will be like, whoa, 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 and I'm just haven't finished. If you would listen to it and then ask, you'd be in a better position. Yeah? Quick question, because I want to fly through the last couple of slides I got.
Yeah, I thought you meant like ears or nose or something.
No, you're
I
not.
didn't think like you meant.
Not quite. I've never known this for their nose, but apparently you can feel vibrations. Sorry, Ty.
Okay, one of the last few slides, okay? We are very different than most of the other clubs in Newport, and that's what I want to be different all about. It's how are we a different football club? And that goes right throughout the club. How can we be different in coaching? How can we create the best environment? How can we be the best at everything we do, but how can we do it differently? Okay, we don't want to just follow and just be the same as every other club, Jason. So, one of the most important things, Jacob, you're not looking very positive right now, yawning and whatnot, are what makes a wolf pack player. So not just a general footballer, a wolf pack player. So now I'm going to give you 2 minutes, you're going to come up and you're going to write what makes a wolf pack player on my whiteboard, okay? Off you go. Don't tell me, Cash, just write it on the whiteboard.
All of you coming up, all of you coming
Write it
up.
on the whiteboard. So there's only 2 pens, so take it in turns.
Right, suggestions would be that the 2 people write in, if you tell them one at a time what you think should go on, and they can write on the board. Go on, Kai, go on up. Go and organise, mate. Go and organise. Come on, Jacob.
I'm in the line. Brain, work,
That's not working.
brain, work.
No, it's not working.
How many words can you write?
You can write as many as you want. What makes a wolf pack player though? Yeah?
I don't know.
Think what's different? What makes us different to the other teams?
I got it.
Okay, time. Do you want to write it? Tell me now, like it. Was it if someone needs?
Try to think outside the box.
Well, I can't do that because I'm always
Think outside the box. Problem solve and get out of the box.
Okay. Ready? All right. We.
No, you're sometimes not in the box. Yo, what was that?
I've got it.
Who's next?
I have
Can
an
I write it on my
idea.
Do you remember
whiteboard?
when you nearly scored? It just.
I find no word, by the way. That's why I'm taking it off.
Should I just write mine down? I don't.
I'll write the ones you want to write.
Chill.
Boys, chill. Who's next? Work together. I'll write it or somebody write it. What do I say?
Once we've got everyone's ideas, we'll quickly run through it and then we'll move on to Shay's stuff, okay? Because I planned in for about 20-25 minutes for it.
Well, I had a different one in mind.
Please don't do it.
Yeah? Of course you can.
Off, please.
Yeah?
Anybody else got any more?
Once Cassie comes back. We'll have a 2-minute break in a minute and then I'll go on to Shay's.
What's that?
Right, boys, just sit in front of me for a minute now. Case, over here this way, Case. Back the way we were. Sit down, please, fine. So, very quickly, before we have a 2-minute break while Shay sets his up, okay? Now, we've got Case over here.
Yeah, come over here, dude.
Some of the stuff which is quite generic, but they're all really good points, okay? Now, I wanted to be a little bit different. What makes a wolf pack player, okay? What makes us one of these? And if there's some players who come in who don't have some of these, we can just teach them, coach them, mentor them, support them, nurture them, include them, yeah? And they're going to get all of these. So we'll quickly fly through them. If someone's hurt, you just help them, yeah? So if someone goes down, we're just going to go up, help them, not a problem to us.
That's one thing I think we all do really well. We never leave someone on the floor, we're all there, yeah? Go on.
Yeah, we encourage everyone by working together. Yeah, if we can't do it, we're going to encourage one another. and that's something that we do quite a lot. So for example, as I said, if we don't do the outfield stuff often enough, Jacob, then we make sure that we help each other through it, yeah? Sometimes I might buddy you up with someone because they're so used to doing the outfield stuff that it's good to help you through it as well, okay? This was what makes a Wolfpack player, we hunt together. So if we're losing that ball, or we're losing a game, we go and do it together, yeah? We're not just sending one man on his own, sometimes it's 2 or 3 of us, and we're actually hunting the player, which shows exactly what we're doing, okay? Inclusive, which was Tyler's one, we include everyone, which is really important. Strength, which is exactly what part of our motto is, okay? You know, strength is in there, so you're going to learn that because we are going to do a little video on that in a few weeks, okay? Communication, which is completely one of the most important things. Encouragement, learn from those mistakes. And this is a perfect point. When I'd done the community session last week, I had to pack all the stuff up afterward. It took me 25 minutes. Then I had to lump it all back to the car. And then I was realising at the end of the session, I didn't have much help to put stuff away. Whereas when we do a session, everyone's gone and got something. And we've all piled it, we got it together, we've all got together, which is, you know, one of the best bits about training. But that shows us what we are. So, this is just a couple of little ideas, okay? Commitment on and off the pitch, which is exactly why we're here today. You might find some other teams might have players and they don't turn up to any events, they don't do any of this, so they don't turn up unless it's a game. So this is one of the most important things for your learning, Casey, that we turn up all together. Role models. Everyone's a role model of what our club is. Everyone's a role model to one another. Everyone's going to learn off each other. Everyone is like, do you know what, he plays for the Wolfpack, he's a role model, or they're a Wolfpack, and you stand up as role models regardless of where you are. And that's one thing we had at Riverside. You know, we're still getting known as a club, but at Riverside they were like, oh, we got those 11s this week, or those 10s, sorry. Or they were like, do you know what, he's quite a good player, and it's part of what we are, we're role models. Punctual, so you know, last week I was at training at 8:10, but that doesn't mean, so for me, if I'm early, you can be early. Because I'm giving the same amount of commitment as you, yeah? And that's but that's one of my rules, and that's something that I try to do. If I can, you can, yeah? If me, Dan and Shay can take training and turn up every week, you can do it for us, yeah? Kai?
I'm on the board.
Okay, we're just going to quickly fly, right? So I'm really conscious of shades. Dignified. So we don't go in, you lost, we hammered you. We go, do you know what, good game lads, good game, maybe next time, you know? Or, you know, if we lose, lads, good game, next time we're going to, you know, beat you though. Yeah, but that's dignified, that's trying to have a bit of banter with them, stay on that good level, because there's nothing worse than clubs falling out with each other. And we don't want to be a hated club.
Oh, that's what happened.
It does happen. It does happen. But you know what, if we can be dignified, and if the other team doesn't want to be, we have been, we can walk away happy, yeah?
That's what happened with Shay.
Tasteful, yeah? Tasteful's similar to dignified. You know, we're not scoring a goal and going, goal and screaming in Jack's face. We're tasteful, do you know what, we scored, I'm going to go over there and celebrate with my team, yeah? Because you never know, at 10 years of age, 11, when you play them at 16, they might end up being a little bit bigger than you, a little bit faster. And they might, you know, you might go, oh, I don't have him in my pocket today. So sometimes football's a very small world.
This is why I said you can celebrate. That's what we said to you earlier on. We can celebrate, but we've got to be tasteful in the way that we do it.
We can't be over the top.
A Wolfpack player is hard working. We're constantly pushing ourselves all the time to be better, to try and, you know, show how good training is, yeah? We're team players, we're focused, we'll be adaptable, Kyron, yeah? Which is a really good point. The man who plays anywhere, we're adaptable, yeah?
I'm a ghost.
Yeah, adaptable. Compassionate, yeah? We care for each other, be compassionate, yeah? Okay, now we're on the Shay stuff. So if you want to have 2 minutes, to have a quick
2 minutes,
drink,
your
to have
boys.
a toilet, that doesn't mean running around outside. That means toilet, drink, back here.
Why are you going to wear the badge?
Pardon?
I need to wear the badge.
Honour to wear the badge.
Oh, right, that's it, Kai. Honour to wear the badge.
Kyron, Kai. Kyron.
Byron! Captain, 2 minutes, and back up. On you.
Honour to wear the
2
badge.
minutes, 3 more together.
I love that. I loved inclusive. I loved that. And in fairness to him, Over yesterday, I love that. So I was really good at actually with names idea. I love that. Dan, I want you to pay attention to this next bit, right? This is something I do at work, right? And I mean, I've done a lot of sales training in my life, right? This is one of the best. We use a model called Challenger, which is slightly different to other models. This is one of the very best ways of getting Challenger to work for you. And it's about understanding people's energy, the colour energies, and how somebody would respond to you, and how then you then need to speak to them to ensure you get the right response, a positive response back. I remember thinking, wow, this is brilliant.
Why don't you just put your money on the side, please? You'll lose it, right? So if you're doing so hard to keep hold of it, you're going to end up losing it.
You drop it on the floor.
Right, sit down then, please. You're in. Sit down.
It may.
Come on.
That's a quick voice. Quiet. Quiet. Remember this is start. What are you going to need?
Where's your house gone? What?
Right, grab a seat then, boys, and then we're going to move on to one of our final bits, which is really important.
What happened to it?
Kason.
Why is there a corrupt
Pardon?
farm in the top corner, Dad?
Positive. What isn't positive?
Why is there a corrupt
Yes,
farm?
Luca?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes, Luca.
There you go, that's nice. That's
Yes,
positive.
yes,
Calm.
Luca.
Where's everyone else?
Yes, it's still downstairs.
You're supposed to be
Jack
chatting
told
again.
me while
Who else
Karen was having a week.
No, it's not.
Jacob Edwards.
I was going to wait because he went outside.
Wait, no, but he's still in the back.
Okay.
I think he went to his mum.
Jacob
No,
Edwards.
Jacob went outside and then got football.
Who else are you missing? Jacob,
That's it.
Jack went down to get Jacob.
Yeah, that's it.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Now, why is there a corrupt farm in the top corner?
Huh?
Why is there a corrupt farm in the top corner? It's gone now.
I don't know what's going on here, mate, for some reason.
How's a corrupt farm in the top corner?
Farm.
Oh, good. Okay, we all back?
Just waiting for Jack and Jacob, mate.
He said he's getting
Okay, right, we'll crack on because I'm really conscious of time.
You what? A drink? Well, you clean me out, but if you can go and get one quickly, that's all I got left. A lemonade?
no purple, did you?
No, I won't, I don't enough for that.
Okay,
You can have a lemonade. If you ask Dan really, really nicely, you might go and get it. Just go and get it. Like what?
Right, boys, really important we listen to this bit, Case.
Right, so I'm going to ask you all some questions. I'm going to show you some pictures. Right? I want you to do a few things. Okay. So something that I do at work, which I do a lot, is I talk about colour energies. Okay, so colour energies, basically, every single one of us has colour energies. And a colour energy basically is measured around your type of personality. Okay, and it's 4 colours. Any guesses?
Red, orange, yellow, and green.
Red's good, green's good, yellow is good,
Blue.
blue, no orange. So change it on to blue. Right.
I think he's just copying it off there.
It was.
Ah, clever, son. Right, so, I'll tell you what, let's put them in the right place. Perception is really important. Do we all understand what the word perception means?
I don't know.
So perception is how you perceive something, how do you see something. Right, so you might see something that somebody else might not see. So how you read a situation or how you read something going on might be different to how Kason reads something. Kyron reads something. Yeah? You might look at a situation on a football pitch and you might see something that's different, but you might see it differently. But the beauty of perception is we're all entitled to our own perception of things. It's an opinion, right? So I'm going to show you a picture now. What can you see?
A penny.
Right, so we'll go round. Tell me everything you can see. What can you see, Ty?
A bird.
A bird. Where can you see the bird?
Up there.
In the corner? Yeah. What else can you see? Aaron, what can you see?
Old man, a bird, a
A
hand.
what? An old man?
Old man's head.
An old man's head, yeah. Carson, what can you see?
Fingers sticking out the ground.
A what?
Fingers sticking out the ground.
Where are you seeing that?
Bottom left.
Where's that?
Just,
The hand.
it looks
I see it.
Somebody?
I see a pig. I see a,
Oh, right, yeah, of course, a hand, yeah.
I see a pig.
Okay, that's a hand.
I see a pig
Tyler,
inside
what
my
do you
hand. I see a pig inside of my hand.
Yeah,
A
he's
pig?
seen.
Is it a pig?
Yeah.
No, I see a pig now.
It's a pig.
I see a pig.
I see a pig now.
I know
Yeah,
it
a pig. Oh yeah, it's a pig.
Right, do you see what's just happened?
It was like Barney the
So
dinosaur.
you saw a hand,
It's a pig now.
you saw a hand,
To me, it looks like
somebody
Barney
said
the
you see a
dinosaur.
pig, and now you can see a pig. Do you see what I mean by perception?
Shane, to me, it looks like Barney the dinosaur.
Do you see what I mean when I see perception? You said a hand, somebody said a pig, and all of a sudden now you see a pig. No, it's not a pig. Kai, what can you see?
Me.
You see you.
No, he can see something.
Kai, what can you see?
That is you.
Can you see anything different to what has already been said?
Collar.
Collar. Yeah, okay, yeah. The collar of his shirt.
Yeah.
Taylor,
I see a bird on a pole.
we've already had Burbu downstairs. Jack,
I see an arch.
an arch. Yeah. Casey,
This man's afro.
this man's afro. You see his hair. Jacob, what can you see?
Barney the dinosaur.
Barney
How can you see Barney the dinosaur?
Tyler,
I think that's the head up there.
where are you looking? Come and show me.
To me, the hand looks like Barney the dinosaur.
Yes, good. Do you see what Tyler saw? You see what Tyler saw? That's not the head of here, right? Right, so let me ask you a question. Who can see the lady holding the baby?
I'm going in the ear.
In the ear, what's that?
The baby.
The lady holding the baby.
Oh,
Anybody see-
God.
Can anybody see the man in the straw hat?
Yeah, he's
Where's the man in the straw hat?
his eyebrows and his nose.
His eyebrows is not. Come and show me, Taylor.
What the hell?
Oh yeah.
Where's the man in the straw hat?
I need to see closer.
Can you see the man in the straw
I
hat?
don't see anything.
Yeah, I do.
see.
The man, and then there's his legs there,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
there's his feet.
So this moustache is actually the man's jacket. Look at the man's straw hat.
Yes.
Right, so the point of that is perception. Now, the pig is actually a dog.
I thought I seen a dog first.
A dog, right? But you understand what perception? Can you see what I mean though, right?
Yeah.
So that's perception. So when I show you this picture, what can you see?
A square.
Where can you see
Diamond!
square?
I can see a diamond!
A diamond?
I can see a 3D cube.
Yeah,
3D cube, brilliant. Kai,
That's
come up here, mate.
that's
Show
basic.
me
Kevin
where the 3D cube is, please.
Kevin the Cube!
Line there, line there, line there, line there,
Brilliant.
line there, line there.
Right, so Kai, which way is the 3D cube facing?
This way.
Is it?
That
No,
way!
that way.
Is
No,
it?
that way.
It's like
Is it?
diagonal!
I don't know. It's a 3D cube.
Exactly. But the beauty of that 3D cube is it's not right or wrong. It's how we see it.
Dad.
That's right or wrong. Do you understand? Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, go
What's
stay.
that?
Well done, Kai.
Once I saw it first, and then I see the 3D cube, I can't see.
Dad.
I
Yeah.
can't remember where I saw the other thing.
I see a bow.
A what?
A
A
bow.
crossbow!
Yeah, a crossbow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see a
With
crossbow.
the dots.
Dots.
I don't.
Ah, I see what
Ah,
you're
I
doing.
do.
Right, so, but again, it's about perception, right? So we see different things. We see diamonds, we see cubes. We see which way is the cube facing. But depending on which way you look at it,
Wait, what?
depending on which way you look at it, it's facing a different way, right?
Holy
Straight
What
to
do you
me.
see now?
What is that? Wait, I see that.
What can you see?
I see a horse. I see a horse. Please.
I see
Oh my god.
Right, stop.
Let me up. Let me up. Let me up.
Kason, come here. Kason, where did you see the horse?
Wait, what is
Because I've
that?
never seen a horse.
No,
in
his
such a manner.
eyes. It's a zebra. Wait,
That looks
a
scary.
zebra. No, his eyes. It's a zebra.
Oh,
What is that picture of?
a zebra.
A cat.
A clown. Tyler.
I see like horses bamboo.
Okay, yeah, Taylor.
Please. I see a ship as his hat.
Okay. Carson.
Actually two things.
Go on.
I can see a mountain on his hat and a fish with his
Yeah.
Okay, Jacob?
Oh wow!
I was saying like squirrel looking thing, but I.
Squirrel looking thing. Okay, yeah. Carl, what do you see?
Turn the triangle thing like that.
Hang on.
Turn the triangle thing like that. It's a tent with a fire.
Right, so that's brilliant. Right, sit down. That's brilliant. Because what's
The
this?
clown is the scariest
What's
one.
this?
Tent with a fire.
Now what you see?
A tent.
Yeah, but when
You see a circus?
when you look back,
A circus.
Oh my gosh!
I got my tent right.
Can I do? Please.
Hang on, Jacob, hang on. Clay, you're a trapeze artist. You've got somebody who's doing a circus act. There's your horses. Jacob saw them earlier. See this? Then you've got an animal. Circus, a circus ring. But all we did was we changed the shape.
Yeah, but look,
Right?
it looks like a fake. No, put it back.
Oh yeah, clown! Oh!
It is a face.
Shay,
It
there's
is
a
a face.
connection between the clown and the circus. Because clowns are part of the circus.
So if
The
I do
reason why
this-
it's a clown.
But the point I'm making is,
Then we
if
all
you
know that
change
already.
the way you look at something, do you see how you see different things?
Yeah.
So let's take that to a football pitch. Right. Carl, you're playing centre midfield. Right? Jacob, you're playing in goals.
Yep.
Yeah? Tyler, you're playing in defence. Yeah? Jack, Carson, you're playing up front. Right? Do you see the game in the same way?
No.
Why?
Because we're all in
Shay,
different
because
positions.
don't have the same brain. Because
Got a
Shay,
same way, yeah?
because Tyler can't see me.
Yeah.
I can see the whole pitch.
Yeah.
Carson and Jack can't see Kai,
Right.
Tyler, or me.
Yeah.
Kai can't see me or Tyler.
Yeah. Tyler, what was you going to say?
unless they look backwards.
But it's because we're in different places, so we're looking at things differently. Right, so I wanted to hold this thought. We're looking at things differently, and I wanted to think about this when we talk about individual people. I wanted to think about this picture.
No, man. No.
What does that picture say to you?
Hey yo. Hey yo.
What does it say?
He wants to be alive.
He wants to be a lion, exactly. But what he sees in the mirror,
A lion cub! I don't know.
so what he sees himself as, isn't necessarily what
Well, he
everybody
is.
else
The
sees.
Lion King, I don't know.
But the point I'm trying to make, case, listen. The point I'm making is, one, you could be what you want to be. Two, what you see yourself as isn't always what other people see you as. So when you are responding or interacting with other people, you've always got to be aware of things like, one, what's their perception of this situation? How are they seeing it? On a football pitch, you might think something, but you've got to think before you react, you've got to think, how have they seen it? And secondly, you've also got to think, I think I'm the best player in the world. Maybe I'm not, maybe I am, but I think I am.
I think on the
But
pitch
other
I'm
people might
not
not
lawyer.
think that, right?
I think I'm a black.
Right.
Yeah.
Go on, hang on. Casey was first. Casey, quick, because we're going to get through this quick.
Why do I feel like way lips in the middle? There's just going to be a lion. I'm going to eat him.
Nice.
No, how do
So he technically he sees himself as a leader and fearless.
How do you know that's
Absolutely.
actually
His
not a
perception
mirror?
of himself.
How do you know it's not?
Yeah, he projects that. Right, Jacob?
Sorry.
Stay with us, mate, stay with us. Right, so, colour energies. There's your 4 colour energies. Cool blue,
I can't see the yellow one.
Still.
fiery red, sunshine yellow, earthy green. Trust me, when I show you this, and you leave this room, you will literally start looking at everybody and going, I wonder what colour they are, because I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Now, cool blue. Let me tell you about cool blue, right? Cool blues, they don't show, they're not
I'm cool,
biased.
so I'm cool blue.
But see, this is the thing. It's not cool as in I'm super cool, dude, right? It's not that.
Yeah, it
It's
is cool,
as
I
in,
am.
it's cool as in cold. Think cold. Not
Tyler's
cold.
cool.
Hang on. Boys, we're not going to get through this if we're all going to talk over it. Come on, guys. So cool as in, we're cool, we're calm, we're on a level like a lake. Right?
I'm
Ready?
just
Say,
gonna
hang
give you
on.
my colour of their clothes.
So they're cool, they've got no bias. They're very much down the road, right? They're not biased towards one side or the other. They're objective. What I mean by case and I will come to in a second. They're objective. So they're very focused, but they need to know why they're focused. They're objective, they think about things all the time. They're detached a little bit, which what that means is, They might not show emotion when they're talking to you, right? But what they're doing is they're analysing the situation. They'll break it down in their mind, and then when they feed it back to you, they'll feed it back to you in a way that's very data orientated, right? Very factually orientated. They want to know why. They're analytical. So what does anybody know what analytical means?
What?
If you analyse something, what do?
You look at their character and think.
Wait,
Like, you look
can
at
I
their
answer that
character.
You
question?
think things through. Yes, Casey, quickly.
Right, so Tyler's cool blue and Jack and Taylor are furry red.
Furry.
Yeah, they're furry.
Do you know what? Case, that's really good, because I'm going to ask you to do that in a second, but that's good. So keep that thought in your mind.
What am I then? 'Cause
Hang on, hang on.
Mine.
Boys. I wanted to keep that thought in your mind, right? So let's go for one more. Fiery red.
That's T2.
Fiery red. Listen, Taylor, listen. Fiery red. To the point. Sometimes can be a little bit aggressive. They can come across aggressive, but they're not. They're very affirmative. They're very solid. They're very to the point. Right? They're bold. Yes? They're brave. They're assertive. In which one by assertive? Right, hang on. What have I lost you? I lost the room.
My hairline.
What are we laughing at? Stop.
You said what have you lost? And I said my hairline. Because you said I'm bald.
Right, okay. Right, tell you what, I'll have a laugh. Let's get it, sister.
Jacob, why do you sound like that?
Right, enough now.
Stop. Just stop looking at Taylor. Do not look at him.
So, green. Boys are trying to get through this. Come on, green. Green. Greens are very calm. They're very calm. They're very earthy. Do you ever see people on the telly talking about eco issues, talking about plants?
Yeah, like
Very green.
climate change.
Climate change, very green.
Reefer.
Greta, what's her face? She's very green.
Green week.
Yes, Cass?
It's green week.
It's a
Green mountain.
Not green, not green.
No, me and Tyler, yeah.
So, Cassie, so keep that in mind. That's good.
Shrek's
green.
Yellow. Yellows are cheerful, uplifting, spirited, bouncing. Who do you think in the coaches is quite yellow? I'm going to tell you, give you a clue. Look.
You.
Yes, I'm a yellow. I'm as yellow as they come.
Yeah, you're disabled.
Yeah. Right, so
That wasn't me, that was Kai.
listen. I'm going to tell you something. Now I want you to keep thinking what Carson's done and what Casey's done. Keep thinking about Keep thinking about the players in the room. Keep thinking about players in the team. Keep thinking about the coaches. And I want you to start thinking about what energies you think everybody is, right? So on a good day, a blue will still be cautious. They'll be a little bit. They'll still think things through. They'll be very deliberate in the way that they act. They're very precise. In other words, they want to get things absolutely right. Yeah? And they'll question a lot. And the reason they'll question a lot is because they need to know why. Blues want to understand why. Right? So they'll question a lot. They're very formal in the way they approach. So there's a very structured way they approach, okay? Reds, very competitive. They want to win everything. Right? They demand that you are getting right. This is what they're like. This is on a good day, right? They're determined. Absolutely determined. We're going to get this and we're going to do this, right? They're strong-willed. They know they can get this done and they're going to get this done, right? And they're very purposeful. They've got a reason to be there. Otherwise they wouldn't be there. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Greens. Greens will give you a hug. Greens will give you a hug. They care. Right? They really care, right? They're really encouraging. They're really gentle in the way they approach
Yeah,
things.
I'd say
Right?
Juji's kind of that.
Yeah, very much. Very patient. Very
Doji,
patient. They got
not
time.
Juji.
They're not worried about.
Jujitsu.
Hang on, boys.
You don't
Boys. They're very patient. They got time to get through things. They're happy to sit and listen so they can work things out, right? And they're quite relaxed. Yeah? Yellows. Hello. Right? Sociable. Dynamic. Demonstrate. I'm using my hands all the time tonight. That's because I'm yellow as they come. I'm yellow. Exactly. Right? So I'm a very enthusiastic, yeah? And some yellows can be really persuasive.
Yellows.
Really persuasive.
You cannot be persuasive. You're too nice to be persuasive.
On a bad day.
Oh.
So these are what this is what I like when they wake up at the wrong side of bed, right?
So Jacob.
On a bad day. Let's start with our lovely red, shall we? What's a red like on a bad day? Let me tell you what he's like. Let me tell you what he's like. He's aggressive. Because he's bad tempered.
It's gone forever.
Violence has gone forever, exactly. Very controlling. He wants to control everything. I want to be in charge of everything, right? Driving. In other words, he's like, come on!
Wait, I drive.
Right? No. Overbearing. Do you know what overbearing means?
I don't know, but it's gonna be Kason.
No. Be over the top. I mean a negative way.
Did you just
Over
say
the
wait
top.
and win?
Right. Intolerant. Got no patience whatsoever. I don't want to listen to what you've got to say, so don't. That is red on a bad day. I don't tolerate what you're going to say. I can't deal with it. That's a red on a bad day,
I can't
right?
reach the yellow one. It blends in.
Blue. Indecisive. Bit stuffy. Okay. Right. I'm having a bad day. I can't work this out. I need to work this. Why can't I work this out? Okay. That's a blue on a bad day. Right? Quite cold.
What?
Quite reserved. They'll hold themselves back a little bit because they know they're not comfortable in their space. So they're not comfortable because they can't work something out, right? So they'll sit back from a situation and they'll go, do you know what? I'm just going to sit back and work this out first, right? That's why they get cold. Greens can be very docile. Because the green is very earthy, when they're having a bad day, they'll become very, almost come across like they're lazy, but they're not lazy, their brains can't compute, so they'll go a little bit docile, they'll go a little bit sleepy, they seem a little bit bland, right? But they're very stubborn on a bad day. Yellows, so my boss says to me, I'm a yellow, right? Problem with me is my highs are up here, but my lows are on the floor. Yellow's always got the furthest to fall.
Wow.
Because we're always up there. We spend so much time up there in the clouds, right? That when we're down, on the day we're down, literally we fall. And when we fall badly. And trust me, talk to the wife, she'll tell you, when I fall badly.
Because of the sun.
So when you're up in the sky, the sun in the sky, you don't get sunburned.
No, I like
Wait,
that.
I got a question.
Go on, quickly.
So, on blue, do you know suspicious?
Yeah.
What's the three first words?
Stuffy, indecisive, and suspicious.
No.
Sus. My first letters, you mean? Yeah.
Yes.
So, let me give you some statements that will come out of each colour energy. This is what comes out of their mouths, right? Let's do it right. Right with the blue, after everything, hang on. If I say to you, I'm blue, and I'm going to say, let's do it right. Why am I saying let's do it right? I'm blue.
Because if we do it wrong, then.
Type.
I forgot.
So blue analyses everything, breaks everything down, because they want to do it right.
Right.
Yeah? They want to do it, but they want to make sure we do it right. Yes, type?
Why you
Take a
say
bit off it.
Might take a bit off it, but they want to make sure they do it. They analyse everything. Yes, Jacob?
Why'd you say we? You're making it seem like you're blue.
No, I'm saying we, as in I'm being inclusive now, Jacob.
Obviously.
So, a green, what did I tell you about greens?
Let's do it
They'll give you a hug, yeah? They want to do it in a friendly, nice way, yeah? Guys, I know we're arguing, but can we just find a way around this? Look, it's alright, let's have a hug.
Why is there so much of Ava?
Right? Here it is very green, and actually some really nice traits, right? Red. Let's do it, but let's do it now. Right now. Why am I having to wait for you to do this? Let's do it now, right? And blue and yellow. Hello, this is me. Let's do it together. Let's all do it together, right?
Which one's Luke? I think Luca's blue.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So, remember,
It's wearing blue.
you don't always have just one colour energy. You'll have a dominant, or if you're anything like me, you'll just have one colour energy. I'm as
What if you
yellow as
think,
they come. I've
what
got a little bit of
if you
red in
think
me.
let's do it now, but you say let's do it harmoniously?
Who has
What's doing too well? Let's do it now and harmoniously.
Wait, what if you think in your head, let's do it now, but you don't want to upset anyone, so you say, let's do it
So the fact that you've said,
together.
I don't want to upset anybody, that means your colour energy leans towards the green.
Oh yeah.
You want to do it now, but you don't want to upset anybody on the way, right?
Yeah.
So you're leaning towards the green.
Yeah.
You're very green, Jacob.
You two agree.
My favourite colours are green.
Okay. Really?
Well, we are over
25
mate, dark, you were 5.
Right, so we've all got colour energies in us, right? So let's just do this quickly. I want you to think about what you've just done, right? I'm going to go in the room and I want you to tell me what your colour energy is. Jack, what's your energy? You think you're green?
No.
Yeah. Carson?
Maybe red, maybe green.
Maybe red, maybe green?
No.
Maybe red, maybe
Cause I
green,
don't
yeah.
think you
Go
have
on.
a bit of green in you.
What do
I
you
think
think?
you
I
might have a
think.
bit, but not
A
full
lot
green.
red.
I'll tell you what you are, shall I? In a minute. Aaron?
Blue, green, and yellow.
Blue, green and yellow. Like it.
Three
Jacob?
colours, man.
Green.
Green, very much. Kai?
Anonymous.
Anonymous. There's no anonymous colour.
Oh my god.
He's a hacker. He's a hacker.
You, my friend.
He's among us. Dun, 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 dun.
Blue? You think you're blue?
Yeah.
Jason?
Taylor can just answer.
That's all
No,
I'm
What do you think Dan is?
A red. Cause he has pink.
he's a red, but
What colour do you think Dan is?
he's a red.
Blue. Why is Dan blue?
I think he's pink.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why Dan's blue. Because Dan analyses everything. He breaks everything down. And he's very structured in the way that he approaches things,
and
right?
he's a sussy bucker.
No, he's just very structured. And sometimes when Dan presents to you, Taylor, sometimes when Dan's talking to you, he's talking to you in a formal way, isn't he? Yeah, that's because he's blue. And because he wants to get his point across, and you should be listening to his point, because his point is as respectful as everybody else's. But he's very formal in the way he is. What's Luca?
A green.
A green.
Look at
Green.
No, look at blue.
Luca's a
blue.
blue.
No, he's a green.
Blue.
What
Blue with a little bit of green.
Nah,
Yeah.
blue with red.
He's quite calm,
Beard. He wants to do it right.
Quite
He wants to do
relaxed.
it now.
but he's also
so
breaking
he's
everything
into his
down.
red.
Right? There is red flashes, and everybody's got a little bit of red in them, everybody.
Dad.
I have
Beard. Dad. Dad. Beard.
I got 4 minutes left.
Beard equal Viking equal red.
So, I'm going to go in the room now and tell you what I think you all are, right? You're a blue. Do you know why you're a blue? Because the amount of times I watch you on a pitch, analyse what's going on in front of you, break it down, and I can see your brain working.
And then you.
And you're very blue. And also, on a bad day,
You're still
yeah, you
positive.
do stutter a little bit, not verbally, but in the way you're quite indecisive about your approach. You're blue all day.
Definitely blue.
Right? You're a blue all day. Aaron, you are a green.
Should I quick
You're a
question?
green because honestly, I've never known a kid say thank you so much in my entire life.
No, Joji.
Right?
Thank you.
You're
After
a green.
Joji. Straight after Joji.
After joke, but you are a green, right? But you're also quite embracing, which is where the green comes in, right? Yeah. But your dad tells me you're a football scholar, so there could be a little bit of blue in there too, right? You, my friend, are green as they come, right?
Green is a
Carson, you are red,
Full
and
on.
you lose it, but you've got a lot of yellow in you. Because of the way you're
Yellow,
bubbly, you're
yellow.
positive. But when you go, my God, we get out of your way. So you're yellow red.
Shay, what
Yellow
about
red.
accidents? Yeah.
Hang on. You, right, you are a green because you think and constantly think about other people's feelings all the time.
Yep.
Right? But you're also blue because you analyse and break everything down. But what I like about you is the yellow.
Also,
I have three.
You've got a bit of yellow in you.
and the
You, my
red.
friend, are yellow red. Because you get that from me, unfortunately. And what you also get from your mother is a little bit of blue. Kason, I'm sorry to say this, mate, you are as red as they come.
Yep.
You have got a red
You
head.
don't get much red. Jack,
Yeah.
you're very green, you're very calm, and you've also got a bit of blue. Right, so just quickly before we move on, I want you to think about something. Listen, boys, let me ignore this bit, I want you to think about something. Right, when you're
I want to see
talking,
someone's ass.
listen, when you're talking, so Kason, I want to give you a scenario now that is specific to you. I want you all to listen. This is specific to you. You and me are playing football on a football pitch. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just jump to this bit first. We're playing football on a football pitch, right? I do something wrong. I make a mistake.
Me mad.
How? No. How now are you going to tell me I've done something wrong?
It's not cool.
Why am I going to go at you?
Are you gonna bore me with details?
No.
No.
He's
Are
probably
you
going to...
gonna say to me, just go and work on your own?
Shay? No, Shay?
Are you gonna say to me, are you gonna have a go at me?
Yes.
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 I'm a yellow. What do you think having a go at me will do?
Get you more red.
Having a go at me,
No.
mate, will get my head right down. So remember, my highs are up here, but the minute you have a go at me, I'm on the floor.
Yeah, but then you'll fall to your death.
The point I'm trying to make is this, right? If you have a go at me, I'm going to go from here. Maybe I was up here because I'm playing football, I'm enjoying myself. all of a sudden you've had to go up in a football pitch. I've got my attitude, my head's dropped, and I'm on the floor. So think about it.
So Shay,
Right, hang on, Jake. Let me go
do you
back.
do this?
So, let me talk to you about it very quickly, and this is, I'm going to whiz through because we are over time, right? Listen, I want you to think about this now, and we've rushed through this, and we'll do it again another time, right? But I want you to think about these colour energies when you're interacting on a football pitch, when you're talking to your teammates. So, blues. We know that blues are analytical, break things down, you want to be well prepared, yeah? So, when you're talking to a blue, tell them why. Don't just say, oh, you did that wrong. A blue wants to know why. What you say to a blue is you say, do you know what? I get why you did that, but if we'd gone there, and then to me, we'd have scored a goal. What you've done is, you've broken it down, and you've explained why what you think they did wasn't right. Hang on, Kate, I'm going to have to get through this, alright? Okay?
No more questions.
So,
I'm going to pee myself.
we're going to have a wheel. Right, so listen boys, listen. So if you're talking to a blue, explain why what you're trying to say. You've got to give them the details. Right?
Why do you have to do that?
Because a blue, exactly, you're asking questions. Why? Because a blue wants to know why. You can't just say to a blue, you did that wrong. Because a blue will go, oh, but why? I need to know why, right? So, don't get too close or hug them, because they're not huggers. You're not really a hugger, so are you? Right? Don't be flippant. Taylor, I haven't got time. Right?
If you hug me off.
And do not, if you're, say you're saying to Tyler, why didn't you do it, and you're telling him why, if you start telling him something and then go off and tell him something else, you've gone off on a tangent, you're going to lose him. He needs to know why, right? Hang on, let's finish this point first, right? So Reds, let's come back to Kason. So now we're talking to Kason, and we're telling Kason why he did something wrong, right?
Kason!
What we're saying to Kason, hang on. With Kason, so Kai, from a captain's point of view, what you're going to do is this. With Kason, you're going to be direct and to the point. Kason, that was really good, but if we'd done it this way, we'd have scored.
Yeah.
Really quick, to the point. Kason, in his brain, hasn't got time to listen to a long conversation.
No.
To the point. If we'd done it now, we'd have scored. Really good, we stayed positive, we didn't get negative, we said that was really good, but if we'd done it this way, we'd have scored. Really quickly to the point. We focused on the result and the objective. We told him if we'd done it this way, we'd have scored. We focused on the result and the objective. But we stayed positive, but that was really good. We were bright, we were positive. So be brief, be bright, and be gone. Reds haven't got time. Right? Don't dilly-dally, don't hesitate, don't waffle. They're not interested in how you feel about it either.
We're talking to you properly now.
So don't tell them, do you know what? If you pass me the ball, you'd have made me feel better. They're not interested. Reds are not interested. You tell them why this would have been important. Greens. So if we're talking to Aaron now, we need to be patient and we need to support, because Aaron really wants to understand. Kai, your green side wants this, right? Your green energy wants you to, if I'm going to explain something to you, because you think about sometimes when you ask me questions and I slow down and I answer and I have to tell you again, don't I? Or I said, you're right, okay, this is how this works. When Luke is explaining something to you, or Dan's explaining something, the way we say it to you is we go, right, and you Aaron, we go, okay, and you Jacob is, right, this is the reason why we did it, we're very patient with you. Listen boys, if it's a green, you say to him, okay, do you know what, if you just pass me the ball a little bit quicker, we could have made a little bit of a more positive move and we might have scored a bit quicker. What we've done is we haven't gone at them aggressively, we're not raising our voice, but we're being positive all the time, but we've explained it in a patient, slow, and the other thing to be important with greens is greens believe their opinion counts, which it does, because everybody's opinion counts. Don't at any point in time with a green tell them their opinion doesn't count. Because a green will just go, oh hang on, oh, I don't count. And then you lose a green. You won't lose them face to face, but they'll go within themselves. They're quite introverted, so they'll disappear within themselves, and then will take weeks to get them back out again. Right? Not so much you, Kai, because you're red and you're yellow. But your yellow pulls you out of that. Yes, Jacob?
I have red in me, come from my dad.
Honestly, Jacob, I have never in my life seen any red ooze out of you. If anybody in this room told me they were red, if anybody said to me, is there anyone in this room got no red in them at all, you'd be the name. I have never seen you angry ever.
I agree with that. I agree with Carson. I am about a quarter red and 3/4 green.
Do you think so?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And another thing to say is we're 18 minutes past
That's
where
because
we
I
should
talk. I'm a yellow. Right, boys. I am going to wrap it up there because that was something that we did. Right. I just wanted to, before we go, do you understand it, or do I need to explain it in any other way?
I understand it.
And more important, do you understand why Taylor, where are you going?
To be Taylor.
No problem.
Do you understand why we're doing it though?
Yes.
Okay, yes. Thank you, Aaron.
Yes.
Right. Why are we doing it?
I
then?
love the fact that
Why have I just run you through colour energy? Jacob Edwards, why have I asked you that? Why have I just stopped you and asked you why we're doing this? Because you weren't listening, dude.
Yes.
Hang on here, 1 second. So Jacob, why are we doing this? Why have I just given you all colour energies and asked you to think about it?
Because you want us to know what we are inside.
Okay, I do. That's one reason. Tyler, why else?
I don't know.
Taylor, can you stop it, please?
I forgot.
You forgot? Do you want to move on and come back? Aaron?
To understand each other.
Understand each other better.
That's insane.
Right, that's it. That is key. The reason we do this is so you understand each other better. Because the amount of times me, Dan and Luca have got to go, why are they arguing? Why is he doing that? What? If you understood each other a bit better, one can.
And also know what to do when Keaton's on a rampage.
Well, exactly.
What?
In case on a rampage, you know what to do. Yeah? But it's all about understanding. I love it. It's understanding each other, right? And honestly, you ain't going to get that from one PowerPoint presentation.
No.
Now what I want you to do is take that information away and all the information you've been given today and start thinking it through. Next time I see you, I want you to tell me, listen, this is really important. Kason, you listening? Jack, you listening? Carson, you listening?
Yeah.
Kyle, you listening?
I'm muted.
Next time I see you all, I want you to tell either me, Dan, or Luca
What colour we are?
what colour energies your mums have. Look at me, look at me,
Red.
look at me. No, I want you to spend some time now with them again, and then come back. Taylor,
I already know what my mum is.
right, hang on. Don't want you to tell me now. I want you to tell me the next training session. You can tell either me, Dan, or Luca. You're going to tell me what your mums are,
Just stay there.
your dad's are.
Oh,
if
my
your
dad's
are
red.
My dad's red as well.
Probably red.
Jason, my dad's red as
And
well.
also, it might not be your dad. It might be Kai.
My
I
uncle.
want to know what your sister is.
Do you want to know what all my brothers are?
Do you
Jay, do you want to know what my brother and sisters
I
are?
want to know what your brother and your mother is.
Which brother?
The one that came at the meeting with us.
Matthew.
Matthew.
He'll be
Tyler,
down
Tyler,
later
you've got an
tomorrow,
easy
so
job because you already know your dad, but I want to know what your mum is.
Your
And
brother is when
I'm going to
he's
give you a really hard job now. I want you to have a look at Jackson, who's only a baby.
Oh, he's red, straight up red.
Is he red though?
No.
Well, when I wind him up, yes. How
When you
red.
wind him up though? Is that because you're not
Red and
responding to
green.
his yellow?
And maybe
Aaron,
red.
your mum and dad, and your sister, okay? So you all got that? You all got that? So hang on, it's a little bit of homework, right, boys? It's a little bit of homework. Next time we come to training, you need to come to me, Luca, or Dan, and you need to tell us the colour energies of the people around you.
Taylor.
Okay?
No, not Taylor.
Easy
Shay.
homework, I already know.
You already know. Well, you can technically hold it. I want you to spend a couple of days now and see whether your opinion
Wait,
changes.
what about my
Shay.
dogs?
Think
Shay.
about some of the stuff we told you. Right?
Shay.
Oh, my dog is
I know what my mum is, but I don't know what my brother is.
But you know what it is now. But what I want you to do is to go away and
I
think what
will
you said.
find out tomorrow. This is business.
I'll know